Is she playing hard to get, or just not that into you? Deciphering those signals can be tough, but don't worry, I'm here to help you read between the lines. In this video, we're diving deep into the 5 telltale signs that she's just not feeling it. Knowing these signs could save you a whole lot of time and heartache, so listen closely. Ever noticed her looking everywhere but at you? It's like her eyes are magnets repelling yours, always finding something else to focus on. Maybe it's the floor, the ceiling, or even the people passing by. But one thing's for sure, it's never you. Yeah, that's not a good sign. When someone is genuinely interested in you, their eyes naturally gravitate towards you. It's a subconscious way of showing that they are engaged and invested in the interaction. Eye contact is a powerful form of non-verbal communication that speaks volumes about our feelings and intentions. When we're into someone, we can't help but lock eyes. It's an instinctive reaction, a way of connecting on a deeper level. Those moments of shared gaze can be incredibly intimate, creating a bond that words often can't. It's like a silent conversation where emotions are exchanged without a single word being spoken. It's natural, it's electric, it's how connections are made. Eye contact can ignite a spark, making the air between you feel charged with potential. It's a way of saying, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm interested in you. When two people share that kind of connection, it can be the foundation for something truly special. But if she's constantly averting her gaze, looking down at her phone, or scanning the room, it's a clear sign she's not comfortable enough to engage with you on that level. It might feel like she's putting up a barrier, keeping you at arm's length. This behavior can be a way of protecting herself, or it might simply mean that she's not interested in taking things further. And that lack of connection usually means a lack of romantic interest. It's important to pay attention to these cues because they can save you a lot of time and emotional energy. If she's not meeting your gaze, it might be her way of signaling that she's not on the same page as you. Now, I'm not saying a single glance away means she's running for the hills. Everyone has moments of distraction or shyness. It's natural to look away occasionally, especially in social situations where there are many stimuli. But if this behavior is consistent and persistent, it could be a red flag. But if she consistently avoids your gaze, it might be time to face the music. It's never easy to accept that someone you're interested in might not feel the same way. However, recognizing these signs can help you move on and find someone who reciprocates your feelings. Remember, eye contact is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's a significant one. Pay attention to it, and you'll gain valuable insights into her true feelings. If she's always giving you one-word answers, it's a sign. You know what I mean. You ask a question and she responds with a yes, no, or a shrug. It's like pulling teeth trying to get a decent conversation going. And trust me, if she was interested, she'd be eager to chat your ear off. Think about it. When you fancy someone, you want to know everything about them, right? You ask questions, you share stories, you keep the conversation flowing. So, if she's not putting in the effort to keep things going, it's a clear sign she's just not that invested in you. Chapter 3. She doesn't initiate contact. When she never texts or calls first, it's telling. It's a sign that something might be off in your relationship. In today's world, where everyone is glued to their phones, it's almost impossible to miss a message or a call. If she's not reaching out, it's not because she's too busy or forgot. It's because she chose not to. Listen, in the age of instant communication, there's no excuse for ghosting. We live in a time where a message can be sent in seconds, and a call can be made with just a tap. If she's not making that effort, it's a clear indication of where her priorities lie. If someone is into you, they'll make an effort to reach out. They'll want to know how you're doing, what you're up to, and they'll want to share their day with you. It's not just about the act of texting or calling. It's about the intention behind it. It's about wanting to stay connected and involved in each other's lives. A simple good morning text can mean so much. It's a small gesture that shows you're the first thing on their mind when they wake up. It's a way of saying, I'm thinking about you, without actually saying it. Or a quick call to see how your day is going speaks volumes. It shows that they care about your well-being and are interested in the little details of your life. It's these small acts of communication that build a strong foundation in any relationship. It shows they're thinking about you and want to stay connected. Even in long-distance relationships where physical presence isn't possible, constant communication keeps the bond strong. It's the effort to stay in touch that matters the most. But if you're always the one initiating contact, always the one sending the first text, it can become exhausting. It feels like you're the only one putting in the effort to keep the relationship alive. Always the one sending the first text, always the one waiting for a reply. It's a one-sided effort that can leave you feeling unappreciated and undervalued. Always the one making plans. It's draining. You start to wonder if she even wants to spend time with you, or if she's just going along with it because it's convenient. Well, it's time to face the hard truth. If she's not putting in the same effort, it's because she doesn't value the relationship as much as you do. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's better to know the truth than to keep living in denial. She's just not putting in the same energy. Relationships are a two-way street, and if one person is doing all the work, it's bound to fail. It's important to recognize when you're being taken for granted and to take a step back. Because, frankly, you're not a priority for her, and that's okay. It's better to move on and find someone who values you and is willing to put in the effort to make the relationship work. Don't settle for someone who doesn't appreciate you. You deserve better. Chapter 4. She talks about other guys. If she's always mentioning other men, she's not interested. This might seem obvious, but it's a crucial point that often gets overlooked. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, her focus will be on you. She'll want to know more about you, your interests, your thoughts, and your feelings. She won't be constantly bringing up other men in your conversations. This one's a bit of a no-brainer, but it needs to be said. Sometimes we can be so caught up in our feelings that we miss the glaring signs right in front of us. If she's always talking about other guys, it's a clear indication that her mind and heart are elsewhere. If she's constantly talking about her ex, it's a major red flag. This means she's still emotionally attached to her past relationship. She might not be over him, and she's using you as a sounding board to process her feelings. This is not a healthy foundation for a new relationship. Her colleague, who's just a friend, might be another topic she frequently brings up. While it's normal to have friends of the opposite sex, if she's always talking about this particular colleague, it could mean she's more interested in him than in you. Pay attention to how she talks about him. Is there a hint of admiration or affection in her voice? Or that guy she met at the gym? It's a major red flag. If she's always mentioning this guy, it means she's thinking about him a lot. She might be attracted to him, and she's not fully invested in getting to know you. This is a sign that you might be a placeholder until someone better comes along. Now, it's normal to mention other people in conversation. We all have friends, colleagues, and acquaintances that we talk about. But there's a difference between casual mentions and constant references. If it feels like she's always bringing up other guys, it's a deliberate tactic. But if it feels like she's constantly throwing other guys in your face, it's a deliberate tactic. She might be trying to make you feel insecure or to gauge your reaction. This is not a healthy dynamic. A woman who is genuinely interested in you will not play these kinds of games. She's either trying to subtly let you down easy. She might not want to hurt your feelings directly, so she's using other guys as a way to show you that she's not interested. This can be confusing and hurtful, but it's important to recognize it for what it is. Or worse, make you jealous. Some people enjoy the power they feel when they make others jealous. If she's doing this, it's a sign of immaturity and a lack of respect for your feelings. You deserve someone who values you and treats you with kindness and consideration. Either way, it's a clear sign she's not seeing you as potential boyfriend material. It's better to recognize this early on and move on, rather than investing time and emotions in someone who doesn't see your worth. Remember, you deserve someone who is excited about you and wants to build a future with you. Chapter 5. She makes excuses to avoid plans. Constantly busy or cancelling plans. She's not into you. Look, we all have busy lives, but when we're excited about someone, we make time for them. We move things around, we cancel other plans, we make it happen. So if she's constantly making excuses to avoid meeting up, whether it's work, family commitments, or a sudden case of the flu, it's time to face reality. She's simply not prioritizing you. And while it stings, it's better to know now than to waste your time on someone who's not fully invested. So, there you have it. 5 clear signs she's just not that into you. Remember, recognizing these signs is the first step to moving on and finding someone who truly appreciates you. Don't waste your time on someone who's not giving you the same energy back. You deserve better than that. Now, if you're ready to take control of your love life and attract the right person, I've got another video you need to watch. It's all about building confidence and mastering the art of attraction.